How do you feel about TikTok? Are you on TikTok like that?
I fucking love it. Like,
bro, I haven't got it yet. I'm still, I was skeptical at first, but people are making money from it. And you know what it is? I'm getting so pissed off at the Instagram algorithm. They've made it basically to where algorithm is Latin for if you don't pay us, no one's going to see your shit.
That's what it is.
Check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. Miami on the Rocks, Casey Chopz. Make sure you follow us on that Instagram at MIA on the Rocks. Follow us on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Miami on the Rocks. Today's guest, got the homie Brian Breach in here. What's up, brother?
What's going on, man? Pleasure.
How you feeling, bro?
Thanks for having me, man.
First time meeting you. We have a lot of mutual friends.
Ton.
Instagram pointed me in your direction. Our mutual friends pointed me in your direction. So
social media makes the world smaller, man. It's crazy.
It's a good thing and a bad thing, right?
Yeah, it's got its pros and cons. Yeah, I like the pros a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, it reminds me of Social Dilemma, right?
Yeah,
like, you saw it.
I did see it. Yeah, I mean, that's how it is. I mean, they literally manipulate you one way or the other. While this side is hearing specific news, and I'm like, fuck them. Mm-hmm. They're hearing something different. I'm hearing something different, and we're clashing. So yeah.
Yeah. Are you proud of your screen time on your phone?
Oof, I don't even want to look at it. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I do make money off my phone.
Exactly.
But I find myself going down rabbit holes. I watch one video on TikTok and then I'm like, okay, some girl dancing, cool. Yeah. Next one, somebody fucking talking about how to disassemble a bomb. Next one, talking about how to take care of bunnies.
Damn, your Explore page is wild, bro.
like, yo, I don't want to learn how to raise bunnies, but I keep watching and I keep watching. That's what it does to you. It's like addicting, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's like social media Percocet, you know?
That's a fact, bro. I feel like these kids are going to need, like, I hope, our generation invents something or takes heed to that and we got to find a way to guide the younger generation through that, or else they're going to be addicted and going through crazy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. My nephew recently hasn't been able to sleep. And I said, there's 3 reasons you can't sleep. You're staring at your phone, you're eating the wrong shit, and you're not exercising. And I'm like, you're staring at your phone all night until 4 a.m. And there's this thing, I don't know who told me about it, but something about the white screen on your phone actually messes with your brain or the way you sleep. And I notice it too. When I'm watching stupid ass videos for 2 hours long, I can't knock out. So
I had a homegirl who said her son was the same. She's like, yo, get off that Fortnite. Like, he was on there like 12 hours, like 8 to 12 hours. And he started getting anxiety, couldn't sleep. Yeah. And
they got like lock boxes now for your phones. You can actually take your phone.
That was on Social Dilemma, right?
Yeah, you put it in there, you lock it up, and they can't get through. But what was that girl was trying to break the box, right?
Right.
Fucking, it's gonna get to that point.
I tried to put a limit on my Instagram. I could put the limit.
You could put a limit on your Instagram. Yeah. So and I thought I knew everything about Instagram.
So I on any app in your phone, you could put a time limit. So I put 3 hours, right? So I put the 3 hours, and then a warning sign will pop up and be like, yo, you are past your limit. Do you want to stay on or do you want to get off? And I'm like, fuck that, I'm staying on. Like,
what platform you use the most?
Oh man,
out of all of them, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook.
Instagram.
That's where the money comes, and that's where the connections are. I noticed that everybody that's on TikTok everybody on Instagram, you're able to make such dope connections with. Right. All my connections and all my continued relationships come off of Instagram.
Right. But then I'm also on Twitter too. Like, I think I get all my information from Twitter, all my news from Twitter.
Right.
Like, whether it's, a passing or whether it's something new in sports or whether it's something political, like I'm probably getting or funny memes or funny videos, and I'm getting all that. And then I pick and choose the things I want to take from that and put it on my Instagram. Facts. You know what I mean?
I use Twitter now when someone in the political sphere says something crazy and I go check, or I check it when Instagram's down. Like, literally, when Instagram's down, I put in the hashtag Instagram down, and then I'll make sure they're not suspending me or shadow ban or doing something crazy, and I just see floods of people. Instagram's down. Anyone else? Instagram down? Yo, how come everyone goes to Twitter when Instagram's down? I'm like, all right, good. Instagram's down.
This literally happened to me 30 minutes ago before you got here. I'm on Twitter, and I see, oh my God, not Lil Wayne, sad face. Then I see, Wheezy, not Wheezy, and I'm here like getting like scared. Now I'm scrolling,
Donald Trump
and
thing.
But no one said anything about Donald Trump. They're like, "Oh my God, bro!" I thought it reminded me of like the Kobe news when it looked like
that hit me.
That type of, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, and then I see like after the 10th tweet, I'm like, oh, he took a pic with Donald Trump. Damn, I thought it was way worse. Like, it's still, that's terrible. That's probably but aside from passing away, that's probably like the next worst thing you could do. But anyway,
it's something to do with him approving some kind of crime bill, and Lil Wayne was supporting it, something like that.
We'll stay away from that political rabbit hole right
I'm
now.
over it, bro.
Yeah, I cannot wait for this shit to be over, bro.
Yo, don't even give me. Yo, we can go on a whole nother podcast and talk about that entire subject.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm ready for 2021, you know?
Yo, this has been a hectic ass year. Yeah. And when the Kobe thing happened, yo, that shit, it affected people that weren't investing in Kobe at all. I mean, I was walking around sad for fucking a week because a young man who was leaving basketball in his prime and his daughter, I mean, it's sickening. Like, it makes you want to throw up.
It's the worst. It's the worst tragedy that could happen.
Right.
Like, and I was literally DJing a brunch, you know, in Doral at Copper Blue, and I'm DJing on a stage with 1,500 people.
Right.
This shit is hype. And I look at my phone and I see the news and it deflated me. Like, I couldn't work. Like, I couldn't DJ anymore. Bro. Like, it just, you know what I mean? Like, it hit me. Miami on the Rocks, Casey Chopz. I got Brian Breach here. Bro, you've done so many interviews. You've done so many different discussions and podcasts that I'm sure you're sick of saying the same thing. But I feel like we got to just run through it at least real quick. Absolutely, you know what I mean? For the people, for the listeners that aren't familiar with who you are. Yeah. You do a lot of things, bro. Yeah. We know you're popping, but you're in a bunch of different realms. How would you describe yourself, like what you do?
Yeah, so I guess I could say this. So the journey started off in music. So where I was verified was actually music. That's where I got my verification on Instagram. That's where I got my verification on Facebook. It literally started close to here. We formed a group, me and my boy Lex One, I don't know if you know him, and we started opening for all these major artists under Real Life Dialect. So we did that for a long period of time. Then we started an independent label, and then we started a hip hop blog called Get That Paper.
What year is this?
Damn, this was all, I mean, we started like really performing 2005-ish, but we took it up to like 2016, you know what I mean? Like we had a pretty long tenure, but he went on to the UK, had a gold record over there. We came up with the concept of instead of just waiting for people to book us on these shows, that we became the promoter and we started booking ourselves on the shows to make money.
So you know, do it,
yeah, that's what you got to do. And you know, he went his direction, I went mine, but I was performing for a while. My last album called Matter of Fact, I had Chris Rivers on there, I had Mickey Fax on there, and I released that at the end of 2017. I'm sorry, the end of 2016. And I got to the point, you know how, like, see, some people say it's giving up, others say pivoting. I believe in pivoting out of things. Yeah.
Reinventing yourself.
Yeah, you have to, you know. So I got to the point where I quit music and I was like, fuck, what am I going to do now? I'm already verified. I think I had like 50,000 followers at that time. So I had like a little base. I didn't want to lose my following. What am I going to post now? So, you know, you see all these people doing all these funny comedy skits and all this crazy shit. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just kind of pivot into that. I always incorporated the comedy stuff into my music anyway, and on my mixtape rap for adults. So I started shooting skits and all this crazy stuff, and my first one was horrible. I mean, like, it was the worst fucking skit I ever shot.
What year was this when you started doing the skits?
2017-ish. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, it was like the worst one, but it did pretty well. It got got a little traction. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm onto something. Started shooting skids, did okay. And then I'm like, let me try pranks. Let me try social experiments. And I started noticing the ball kept rolling and it kept going and going. And things started like getting really close to being viral. And I started catching like a decent buzz. And I remember writing on a whiteboard, you know, a vision board. I'm like, all right, you're going to switch out of music. You got 1 year to go viral. Because kind of that's the point when you're starting to shoot stuff. You want something to go viral. So I said, you got 1 year for this, for everything you're doing to go viral. And then like 5 months before the year was up, I was luckily given the opportunity to do a TED Talk. That changed the trajectory of everything.
I mean, that's probably one of the most notable things you've done, right? Like when I Google you, you know what I mean? Like that's probably the first thing that pops up. How does, and TED Talks are notorious, like, you know, like they're incredible. So, and you know, usually don't see artists or skit people, you know what I mean? Usually see like scholar, not to say you're not a scholar, but scholars and scientists and, you know what I mean?
I felt like I was the lowest on that totem pole.
Right.
Like,
so how does that happen?
it's crazy. Like, so all this shit that happened, all the music stuff and all the independent label we had 8 artists underneath us. During that whole period of time, we were helping people grow their social media. So we formed a business. I was always an entrepreneur, and I always kept my foot in the game of being an entrepreneur. We started a printing business. We started a hip hop blog. We started an independent label. I mean, we did so many things during that time, and then we started a social media business. So I always had my foot in the entrepreneurial door, and I was fired from my last 9-to-5 in 2008. And I was arrested twice in 2006. So I had a bunch of legal troubles. I couldn't get a job anywhere. So 2008, I was thrown to the wolves. Couldn't even get a job at McDonald's at that point. I was thrown to the wolves. I had to start working for myself. No other choice. That's when we went hard with the music, went hard with the label, went hard with anything, with everything. So I was always in the entrepreneurial space. And so I got the opportunity. It's a long story, but my TED Talk, the subject is how to survive without a job through failure, and they love the concept because it was from 2000.
Well, did you send them something like an email, like so?
Yeah. So the story goes like this. It's called I call the story jokingly 2 girls and 1 coffee table. So and this is what's crazy about life, that you don't know if you don't go out and do shit and you're not helping people, you're not doing this, doing that, you're not going to get any kind of opportunity. It was almost a fluke thing, and it makes me think back on the whole thing that had I not done what I did that day to help my boy, I wouldn't have got the TED Talk, because I was just in the right place at the right time. You just think of the paths that you take, right? So my boy calls me one morning. He's like, can you help me move? I fucking hate helping people move.
That's the worst thing someone could ask you to do.
Fucking worst, bro. Yeah. I hate it, but it's your boy. You do what you got to do. So he hits me up and he's like, yo, come help me move. So I'm helping him move. And then in the middle of moving, he's like, can you do me a favor and drive to my brother's house with me to pick up a coffee table? Mind you, this shit, we were in, I think we were like almost near the Boca area, and his brother was in Cooper City. I'm like, it's not so bad, but it's bad. I'm like, yo, you really got me driving 40 minutes or so to go pick up a fucking coffee table. So I do it. Cool. We get there and get in the coffee table, but when we get there, I'm cool with his brother, cool with his wife, and there was a couple cute girls there. And this is crazy how like the trajectory goes. So they're like, yo, you should come back later. We're going to have a little barbecue. That girl's going to be there. I'm like, that girl's going to be there, right? That one? And they're like, yeah, she's going to be there. So I'm like, all right, I'll come back for sure. So we go, we move. I'm literally disgusting, fucking holding my shirt. I got dirt on my face. And they're like, hurry up, you got to get back. It may end soon, blah, blah, blah. I had no time to go home, change, nothing.
So you drove another 40 minutes back?
I went back,
because that girl, we could get into how long you would drive for like what's the longest you've driven for some, I've probably hit an hour, 10-minute drive before. That's
2 hours maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 2. Depending on the adventure. Yeah. I like going on adventures sometimes. So I end up driving back, and I'm the type of person like I like to be presentable. I hate going into places dirty, sweaty, but I'm sitting outside. More people that showed up. There was like 20 cars in the drive. I'm like, fuck. All right, most of these people know me. It is what it is. So I go inside the house. The girl's not even there anymore. She's gone. And I go outside. Another girl was there, and that girl is a friend of mine that used to date one of my boys. And we're sitting out back, and this conversation comes up about she's working in a hospital where they're giving a TED Talk, and she looks at me, she's like, oh, you're doing a lot of shit now, you're shooting a lot of videos, you're doing entrepreneur shit, you should submit to do a TED Talk. And I had no idea. I didn't even know how you're supposed to submit, how you get a TED Talk. I never even thought about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even, and the thing is, when you're on stage performing music, it's different. You can spit, you can pick up water, you could pause, you could sleep for 5 minutes if you want. When you do a TED Talk, it's precise. You need to be 12 minutes, no water,
it's
straight.
Like a speech.
It's a speech, and you need to remember verbatim. If I forget my lyrics, my boy got me. If I forget my lyrics, fuck this song, next song. It doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. She's like, look, go home and submit. Here's the link, blah, blah, blah. So I go home, I submit. Mind you, they wanted a PowerPoint. I hadn't done a PowerPoint for a million fucking years. I went on YouTube, did a tutorial about how to do a PowerPoint, and then I went on Fiverr.com. It's Fiverr, right? It's called Fiverr. Yeah. I went on Fiverr.com and I created a resume. I hadn't done a resume in fucking 10 years. I'm literally like going on YouTube, figuring things out. I submit everything. And I got chosen out of like 52 people or 62 people or something like that. And I was like, holy shit, this is serious now. They're like, all right, so we're going to have once a week practices for 6 weeks. I'm like, this is for real.
Here in South Florida? Or they
South
flew
Florida, yeah. No, it was one over at Joe DiMaggio's Children's Hospital. They did in the big auditorium. So once a week, you have to go and you have to practice, which is cool because the other people that are doing the TED Talk, there's always about 10 or 11 or 12 people on your set, and they're all guiding you. And if you fuck up, they're telling you what the fuck ups are, and it's a whole process. And then the day comes, and I'm like this.
Oh, shit.
Like it was absolutely crazy. And the funny story, the behind the scenes story, is that when I get really nervous, like my mouth dries out. I'm always drinking water. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, fuck, every time I'm talking, I get nervous, even though they can't tell that I'm nervous. I know I'm nervous. So my mouth starts drying out. So I'm like, I got to figure this shit out before the day comes. I went to Walgreens and I got Ludens. I got this lube for my mouth and I'm drinking. So I'm backstage taking Ludens or taking Ludens, spraying this fucking lube in my throat, drinking water. The host comes up to me and she's like, yo, what are you doing? And I was like, my throat's fucking dry and I don't know what to do. And she's like, man, you got this. What the fuck? And then I went on stage. I did my thing. You know, I look at it and, you know, I'm like, that's my first time ever speaking. I look at things and I'm a perfectionist. So I'm like, damn, I feel like I fucked up. But everyone that sees is like, yo, you did a good job. You did good. It was your first time. After that, I got asked to speak around the country about how to go viral because I finally went viral at the end of the year, 5 months after the TED Talk. So I just started getting asked to speak about going viral after I went viral, which is the one thing that I never thought would manifest from actually going viral. So the TED Talk was how to survive without a job through failure. But the first place that I ever got asked to speak was in the Hamptons in New York. And he's like, yo, what would you speak about? I was like, well, my TED Talk was how to survive without a job through failure. He's like, well, what else? What can you incorporate? So, well, I went viral recently. He's like, yo, you should speak about how to go viral and give people tips on how they can go viral. I'm like, it's a good fucking idea. Bam, I got booked everywhere on how to go viral, teaching tricks and tips on how to go viral. And it was just this weird trajectory that I've been on the last 2 years.
You went on a tour.
Kind of. I got to speak in the Hamptons. I got to speak in LA. I got to speak in Puerto Rico, Colombia. And then I got to speak, where else? And I was on the Brad Lee podcast. It was just all this crazy. Oh, and I got to speak in Margaritaville in Hollywood, Florida, in front of a huge crowd, all about how to go viral.
Wow.
The last thing in a million years that I ever thought would happen after the social experiment I did went like internationally viral.
Right. What do you mean the social experiment?
So after the TED Talk, 5 months later, Christmas rolls around.
Well, after the TED Talk, did your following explode after the TED Talk? Or? I
wouldn't say explode, but I would say that I got a shit ton of messages like, holy fuck, you did a TED Talk?
Yeah.
You did a TED Talk? You did a TED Talk? I remember during that time, like I used Tinder to like bring people to my Instagram page. I use all social media platforms. And I remember putting like, and I did a TED Talk. 99% of my messages was, oh my God, what's your TED Talk about? Oh my God, you did TED. Oh my God. Like,
he's smart. He's intelligent. That's what we're looking for.
Girls thinking I matched with them, which I really didn't. I was just, flowing them back to my Instagram. Crazy social media world. So after I did my TED Talk, I'm still in the process of shooting skits, social experiments. I did some crazy ass shit at Sawgrass Mall where I pretended to be a major celebrity and fucking hundreds of people were taking pictures of me, following me like I was fucking Justin Bieber. It was nuts. 5 months or so after my TED Talk comes, I wake up and every Christmas I like to do something that inspires people, help the homeless or do different types of things each year. So I woke up and I saw this video about a rich guy who gave a homeless guy money, and that homeless guy gave other homeless people money, and then the rich guy gives the homeless guy passing out money all the money or something like that. So I'm like, wow, that's inspiring, to help people. So I remember waking up that morning, I was like, I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna like switch it around a little bit. So long story short, I called my videographer. I was like, I got an idea. I'm gonna dress as a homeless person. We're gonna stand in front of a store, and anyone that gives me money, like 50 cents or $1, thinking they're helping out a homeless person, I'm going to give a $100 bill to. I'm going to pass out hundreds. And so I did that, stood in front of Target. She's filming it across the street in the car with the camera. And literally Channel 7 picked it up. And then after Channel 7 picked it up, I got calls from Fox, CNN, MSNBC, Yahoo, The Herald. Damn. I mean, every major news station in the country picked it up. It was on every station in the country, and then it went to Russia, it went to Greece, it went to Hawaii. What? I was getting messages from everywhere, and it was absolutely insane.
Damn,
it was insane.
And then that went viral.
That went viral, and then that sparked the journey of speaking for a year about how to go viral. Wow. Where the fuck did my life?
Yeah, like crazy how life throws you that, right? Like you went from like rapping and making music to like now you're like a public speaker. Like
it's a public speaker. The TED Talk thing, still shooting skits, and my social media business is booming because of Corona. I know it sucks, but some people took a hard hit, but it benefited me. I don't want to say unfortunately, but you got to look at when things are fucked up,
pivot,
you got to pivot and you got to find opportunity in this life. That's it. It is what it is. So that's basically the whole trajectory of everything that happened.
Wow, bro.
Fucking crazy.
What's the focus now? And this is a 3 year trajectory that you said.
It's a 3-year process, and it was just one video after another, and then a couple hit, and then that one just exploded, and then it changed everything. And ever since then, I've been asked on TV shows, podcasts, radios. It's been nonstop.
Wow, bro. Yeah. So what's where's your headspace at now? Like, what are you focusing on?
So because of Corona, I started really focusing on the social media business, helping people get on major publications, blowing up their Instagram, doing all kinds of stuff in that space. But right before Corona, I mean literally month, 3 weeks, 2 weeks before it, I was working on a show called America's Gone Viral. And it was going to be the first ever viral competition show for up and coming content creators, where you were able to see the behind the scenes on how viral content really gets made. Because most people think that viral content goes viral just to go viral, and it does. There's plenty of videos on TikTok. If you punch somebody in the face, you're probably going to go viral. If you throw up on someone's lawn at a party, you're probably going to go fucking viral. But people don't realize there's a real and legitimate strategy to actually going viral. It's a process. It's sending it to the right places. It's shooting it the right way. It's about leaving Easter eggs in your videos. There's an actual process to going viral. So I want to show the real behind the scenes of how to go viral. We already had 3 influencer judges on board. We were going to get teams of content creators like brother and brother, mother and father, a whole family, and we were going to issue them viral challenges, whether it be a skit, social experiment, prank. They were going to go out, and our camera crew was going to film the behind the scenes on how they're making their challenge for that week. Then they bring it back, they present it to the judges, and then we were going to put it on a centralized channel like TikTok or YouTube, and whoever gets the most likes, views, and comments on that particular challenge that week moves on to the next round, and whoever wins 20 grand gets, whatever it is.
That's a dope idea.
You had Tonio Skits here, correct?
Yeah.
He was one of the people that we were talking to as far as being a judge.
Dope.
And then we had Supreme Patty and then Francetti. So it's still floating around. But
it's crazy, man. It's
Corona,
interesting. Yeah, fucked everything up, bro. Fucked my shit up bad. Yeah. But I wouldn't have started the podcast if it wasn't for that. You know what I mean?
Man, I'm glad to be here.
All my it's crazy that you say that, because another thing I've noticed about viral, because I've gone viral, a handful of times, and I can literally all my viral shit I repost once a year because it goes viral every year.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like,
I did a prank at you fuck with the Heat, right?
Of course.
Yeah, of course. I did a prank at the Miami Heat game where I pretended to propose to my fiance. I dropped the ring, and then she walked out on me. It made the news the next day. They came to my house. It was fucking...
Because people thought it was real?
People thought it was real. And I think a year later, I posted on TikTok. It's at 2 million views now. It got me 20,000 followers from that one post. And then I posted it a second time, and now it's at like 400,000.
Wow.
Fucking. So what you just said about reposting content that went viral and making it go viral again, it's damn true.
Right. Yeah. And it's crazy. I have another piece of content on Facebook.
Yeah.
That has 10 million views.
Shit works on there.
But the problem is that I believe it's only a minute. It's like a minute and a half. Right. And my boy was telling me, bro, if this was, I forgot what the number was, but he's like, if this was 7 minutes, you would have got paid for this. Like, I think that like 10 million views is like on Facebook.
Right.
Bro, I think I would have made like $10,000, I think, off that.
Right. I think you have to sign up for it specifically, and there's qualifications in order to get paid for a video, and then it has to hit you have to have a specific amount of videos that have like a minute and a half views or 2 minute views or something like that. Then you can start getting paid for it.
Gotcha.
I was going to start going in that process, but to get to that point, you got to be posting a hell of a lot. Yeah.
I'm not really. Are you on Facebook like that still?
I still got like I got a verified Facebook page. It's my fan page, and I got my 5,000 same old friends that like, I just don't, these days I don't feel like posting. It's the same almost 5,000 people.
Family on there. You got like it's a different thing for me.
I keep them updated, but I don't post as much as I used to because it's the one platform I'm not really getting paid on there to post. Right. You know what I mean?
And that's a nasty like the political. You want to talk about the political rabbit holes? Go on Facebook. You have your auntie arguing with this random guy and this guy. Like, it's nuts.
I just blocked my aunt and all my cousins. No joke. Like, I don't care anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna hear wild conspiracy theories. I'm not gonna hear you say hateful shit. It's not happening.
Facebook is a wild place, bro.
Yeah, bro.
How do you feel about TikTok? Are you on TikTok like that?
I fucking love it. Like,
bro, I haven't got it yet. I'm still, I was skeptical at first, but people are making money from it. And you know what it is? I'm getting so pissed off at the Instagram algorithm. They've made it basically to where algorithm is Latin for if you don't pay us, no one's going to see your shit.
That's what it is. The promote button underneath each post, they want you to pay them to boost your shit up. and it's not happening.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And why am I seeing videos on my timeline of people I don't follow?
Yeah.
Suggestions now. Like, I don't want to see, like, it's getting too, they're too thirsty for money now, for ads and for corporate. It's nasty, man.
Yeah. Mark Zuckerberg took it over, and then that's what happened.
But TikTok is not like that now, right? Like, you could reach an organic audience easier, right?
That's what I like about TikTok. You know, there was a point, and I saw a lot of people on my Facebook page, because, you know, Facebook's like more older people nowadays. So I'm looking on my Facebook, and I'm talking about TikTok, like, oh my God, TikTok, there's little girls. Right. Yeah, there is. There's fucking 15-year-olds dancing and shit. I don't care about that. Gary V's on there. Fucking The Rock's on there. Like, motivational speakers are on there. I'm literally learning shit about real estate I never knew on TikTok.
Right.
I'm learning fucking, what's his name? Neil deGrasse, the famous scientist. Wait, is that his name? Neil deGrasse?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, he talks about space and the black. I mean, he's dropping knowledge on there. It's all kinds of stuff on there. So I got verified on there, and then I went into something called the Creator Fund. So now every time I post, I get paid. It's not much, but I get paid like 2 to 4 cents or 6 cents or something like that per 1,000 views. I'm already up to like $70. It ain't. It's nothing. But hey, I'm posting
post a video on TikTok. Yeah,
I would have posted the videos anyway. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And the one video that had gone viral, the heat prank, when it hit 1.9 million views, it was right before they started the Creator Fund. So I would have had a nice little boom. I would have had a nice little boost there. But TikTok, I love, like you said, everybody has the opportunity to get in the For You page.
Right.
Not just
is the timeline chronological order? Or it doesn't work like that, right?
No, I don't think so. What I'm starting to see is people that were on the For You page, their videos are popping back up 10 days later, 15 days later, 20 days later. So like today, for example, I posted an old video and I got 2 messages, you're on my For You page. And I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, so you know how Instagram has the Explore page? Right. Your content has to be booming to get on that Explore page. You got to have, 50,000 views. You got to have 800 comments, right? And it has to be in a quick period of time. Then you'll make it to the Explore page. When you get boosted up TikTok, you can be nobody. Your first time ever on TikTok, get put in the For You page and blow the fuck up in one post.
Randomly, you get put in that page?
Randomly. I saw a guy that he just created his page and he posted a video of his dog. Like his dog's in front of him. It's a boxer. And the dog's like flinching at him. Dog's like, he's like, what'd you say? Yeah. And dog flinches back. He's like, don't fucking do that. They're joking around. Yeah. Fucking 10 million views. Wow. First post.
I think I would just take what I do on Instagram and just put it on TikTok and just see what happens.
That's what you should do. And I think that TikTok does it purposely to encourage people to get in there. That's what I personally think. My first video I ever posted on TikTok got 130,000 views. I'm like, how? Shut the
first video?
Up. My first video hit 130,000 views. For what? Like, I don't even know.
And do you have a comparable number to that same video? Did you post on Instagram?
I reposted that video.
On Instagram?
No, back on TikTok, and it didn't do the same numbers. It's like at 10,000 now.
Do you have something where you posted the same piece of content on IG and TikTok?
Oh, yeah. The heat prank I did, it's different, man. Like, you don't reach as many people on Instagram. Everything gets more views on TikTok, in my opinion.
Yeah, my sister. That's what my sister was telling me, man. Yeah. I think
you just need a niche. That's the thing with me. Remember how I said I'm everything and I'm doing everything? I haven't found a niche yet. So I'm posting my speaking gigs. It's not getting a lot. Then I'm posting this viral shit. It's going up. And then I'm posting, hey, what's up, guys? Motivation. And then it's not.
The thing is, I found my niche, but I don't want to go fully with my niche. Right. And it's like everything that being a DJ for 10 years, being on Power 96 for 8 years, and that stuff does well, but everything that I've done viral is the white guy speaking Spanish because I can speak Spanish. So I have the 10 million is me speaking Spanish, everything. Yeah. So I could, if I want to be the white guy that speaks Spanish, I can do that.
Oh, you would kill it on TikTok.
Right. But then it's like, I'm going to want to post my DJ shit too. I'm going to want to post, my podcast too. You know what I mean?
So let's be everything, bro.
Exactly.
Just fucking be everything. They'll learn who you are eventually. And the crazy thing about TikTok is that there is a lot of young people on there. So the one question I get and a lot of verified people get is, how are you verified? You only have 20,000 followers.
On TikTok.
On TikTok, yeah. How are you verified? How are you verified? And I'm like, at first you want to take offense to it, and then you realize they're 11. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't fucking know. They just think you have to have millions of followers to get verified. And verification is a long-term, I mean, how am I verified? 15 fucking years of grinding is how I'm verified.
Facts.
You know what I mean? It's not just I'm verified because of this. I'm verified because of that. You have to grind your ass off to get the check mark or connections. Right. But even if you get verified on Instagram nowadays and you do have a connection, it's not about paying to get verified. You still need to be pre-qualified and you still have to have reputable links. You have to have publications. You have to have high-tier publications in order for them to even submit you. by paying to get verified on Instagram. So,
right.
Yeah, people don't know that there are a lot of young people on there, but I think once you get your audience, they'll start boosting up. What's cool about TikTok, though, is that trends go viral, little things go viral. You saw Dogface, the guy drinking the cranberry juice.
Yeah.
This fucking guy, I mean, he already had a great vibe. He shoots his video, goes viral. When he went viral, it encouraged Ocean Spray to do a video. It encouraged the people from Fleetwood Mac to do a video. It encouraged, who else? There's other famous people that it encouraged to do a video that were involved in what he was doing. They gave him a car and they gave him a lifetime supply of Ocean Spray. Like, what the fuck?
Random.
Off of 10-second video of him skateboarding, drinking, and Ocean Spray. And here's the crazy part. He did an interview on TV and it basically said that, I didn't even know if I was going to post that particular video. I thought it was corny, blah, blah, blah. But then I started thinking about what Gary Vee said. And Gary Vee said that just post your fucking content. Post your fucking content. Who gives a fuck what people think? If you don't like it, who fucking cares? Post it. And he posted it because of what Gary Vee was running through his mind.
Wow.
And he posted it, changed his life. Now he will forever be known as the guy who did that dope video. Now he's getting all kinds of gigs. He got paid shit tons of money off that video, or at least like 50, 60 grand, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But off one little 10-second clip, and that's what TikTok does. So, I'm not getting paid by TikTok to say this, but I think TikTok is the big platform, and I'm glad Trump didn't try to take it down, which I knew he wasn't going to do. It was just a thing. But
there's like those young girls that dance, they're making money, like livings off of TikTok, right? Like there's TikTokers, like there's YouTubers.
There's real TikTokers. Yeah, you have, let me think. Addison Rae is one of them. I'm not, listen.
But you gave me like the amount of money that you can make per view, right? So they're making, they must be like millions and millions of views.
They're making money. They're making some serious money. This girl, Addison Rae, and I'm not hating on anyone. Like, she just doesn't do anything. Right. You know what I mean? She does like 10-second dances. I'll give you a good example. There's this girl, Bella Poach, I think it's Bella Poach. She blew up from, I swear to God, it was a trending sound. It was like dun, 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 some weird sound, and she just literally goes like this. Done. 100 million fucking views, 80 million views. Now her numbers are nuts. Every video from that point, she does nothing. She literally sits there and goes,
I think if there's something about the video, like when it's short, like 10 seconds, if it's something about it that can trigger someone's like OCD and they want to watch it over and over and over, you could probably get 20 views from one person that just watches it in fucking 1 minute. You know what I mean? Like quick.
Absolutely. I think she blew up, and I call this the Tekashi 6ix9ine effect because of the negative. People are like, what the fuck are you doing? And people love
train wrecks,
to come underneath your videos to talk shit. But you know what? Let the people talk all this shit, because all that's going to do is boost you up higher in the algorithm. So she gets all this hate. How are you famous? How are you famous? You want to know how the fuck she's famous? Because you're commenting, how are you famous? They don't give it. You think a brand gives a fuck if she has 90% negative comments?
They see numbers.
They don't give a fuck. If 365 Spring Water went on her page and saw 99,000 negative comments, you think they give two shits?
Right.
They're going to give her a fucking bottle of 365 Spring Water to hold in her hand to show those 99,000 people. They don't give a fuck.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro, you need negative. And this is one of the things I talk about when I'm talking about how to go viral. You want to throw things out there that's not necessarily negative, controversial, like saying something racist, like a fucking idiot. Right. But you want to throw little things in there that are going to trigger people's emotions a little bit, even if
things that are polarizing.
Things that are polarizing, but not necessarily negative on yourself. Look, she's a young girl. She's having fun with it. She did one little thing. I'm not going to hate on her for that. She fucking blew up off a head nod. I wish I didn't have, no, I'm glad I shot that skit, but I wish I could fucking blow up by going on my TikTok and being like, done. 10 seconds of a fucking lighter and I blow up. My life would change. I don't hate on anyone's grind. Like, this earth, you could sell dog shit to people and they're going to buy it. You can't hate on the person selling the dog shit. You got to hate on the fucking people that are buying the dog shit.
That's me with people with girls who have OnlyFans. I don't hate I don't hate the women. I hate the dudes who sign up. Like, I don't hate it, bro. Like, that's just how it is. So you grew up around here? You were a Broward boy?
Yeah. So I was born in New York. A lot of shit went down. My mom was arrested on interstate trafficking charges. She contracted HIV, cheating on my dad, and then my dad got custody, took us. Well, my mom got custody, took us down here. She died when we were up west Palm Beach, and then my dad got custody, sleeping on the floor, and she had a bad time, was going broke at that time. But then he met my stepmom, who actually lived like 10 minutes away from here. Moved into her crib. She ends up having a brain tumor, literally like right behind her eye, from right after my mom passes away. So I was super independent from a young age, but I was in South Florida, say since the age of like 8 or 9ish. Yeah, so I'm a South Florida boy now. Yeah. I'm a Hollywood kid. I skateboarded around this place my whole childhood, getting chased by pit bulls, fighting, fucking guns pulled on us. Like, damn, Broward County is a fucking crazy place.
That's a fact.
When you're always in the streets doing that crazy shit.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. We got Brian Breach here. I appreciate you coming through, bro. So, absolutely. Man, so you're a social media specialist then, basically. That's what the focus is right now. Are you making skits still, or?
Now that TikTok is kind of like in my purview, I'm going to start fucking with it a little bit more. But it was weird because it's like I almost used the skits to get me legitimate shit. So like a lot of the people, and they kind of did the smart way. A lot of the skit people, the social experiment people, that's their foundation. They continue doing it. For me, I did it a little bit, but once I started blowing up in a sense, and I'm getting real speaking gigs, paid speaking gigs, and I'm getting all this legitimate stuff, I kind of pulled back from it, and I just kind of went on a year spree of all legitimate shit. You know what I mean? But I miss it, you know.
It's good that you do what moves you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's your sign?
Scorpio.
Me too. Today's my birthday.
Get the fuck out of here. Happy birthday,
Thank you, my brother.
November 15th.
Yeah, that's
November fucking 15th.
October 29th, bro. Yeah. It's something about Scorpios, bro. I don't want to sound like the cornball who's like super into astrology, but just all my Scorpio friends are successful, bro. I don't know what it is, but how do you go about thinking of skits, bro? Because I did one skit my whole life, and it went viral. I told Tonio, I was like, Tonio, bro, and shout out to my brother Tonio Skits. He's like a mad scientist, bro. I'm like, bro,
he's dope as fuck.
I've known him for a minute. I'm like, bro, the white kid speaking Spanish, we could do something. He's like, all right, come through to the hotel, bring your boys. I bring all my 3 of my Dominican friends. So we're there in the hotel. He's like, all right, so we're gonna do, you stand here, got the camera guy here, you stand here, you do this, say that, bro. And he like how I would like make music, or how, you know, a rapper would write bars, whatever. Like, and he was able to just, I can't think that way. Is that how you make your skits? How do you come up with it?
That's exactly it. My mind, I can't sleep. You know what I mean? Like when I focus on something, all I think about, if you tell me right now, let's come up with a skit in the podcast room, I'll write 4. I'll have to contemplate it, but I do have an idea, which I think would actually be pretty funny. Because have you ever done a social experiment?
What do you mean?
Like not kind of like a prank, but in the real world, in a sense.
I thought of that too, and no, I haven't.
I was thinking, like, because you speak Spanish, most people look at you, don't think you speak Spanish, bro. You go
to like Davie, to the whitest place, and
no, you actually go to the opposite. You go to the most Spanish speaking place, right? As a white guy, and you're standing in line, you know for a fact the 2 people in front of you speak Spanish, and you just start doing the
weird, phone, maybe like saying crazy shit, like arguing with
you start doing like weird shit, and like start barking on the ground, and let them talk shit about you in Spanish. You know, and then you know, you look like you don't know what they're saying, and then you're like, and then you start speaking Spanish to them, like, oh fuck,
that's
like,
a good one.
Make them talk shit about you when they think you don't understand, and then hit them with like, ¿Cómo está? And they're like, oh fuck, we were just talking shit about, and see their reactions.
I thought of something like that, like going like going in like a restaurant or something, and like looking super white, like with a comb over, and like pretend me being on the phone, like arguing in Spanish, like, and everyone just like looking at me like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
I seen one dude. He was in somewhere. He was in Asian country somewhere. He looks super white, and Chinese woman comes over to him and is like trying to explain the menu to him, and basically he's like, oh, what the heck? Like, I don't want to say it because I don't want to insult anyone's language. Right. Yeah, and he just starts nailing. And they're like, what the fuck? Everybody, all the tables are like, are you fucking seeing this white kid speak? Like, how do you know Cantonese, like, or Vietnamese or whatever? Mandarin, I mean, it was incredible. But to see those people's reactions, it's awesome. I've done some crazy shit. I've done a lot of stuff with my verification badge. Because I always felt it was like kind of silly that people care so much about a blue check mark. But it fucking helps.
Bro, you can get women like that, bro. Do you have a girlfriend?
I walk around... No, I'm dating people, but I walk around with that shit on my neck showing my blue check. No, I don't.
Like a charm? Like,
bro, I'm verified. I had a hat once that said I'm verified, but I wanted to see if I can apply being verified to real life. So I printed out the blue check and we did a couple things. I went to a restaurant and they handed me a bill and I put the blue check mark in the bill, gave it to her. She's like, what is this? And I'm like, well, I'm verified on Instagram. What I was told is people, when they get verified, they get free stuff, because it's true. They get free shit. I was like, so shit, whatever. We did that, and then I tried to get a hotel suite. But the funniest one was I went to Gloria Stefan's house on Star Island, and I go in the gate, and I was like, he's like, yeah, who you here to see? And I was going to show him my blue check mark, but I waited. And he's like, I'm here to see Gloria Stefan. And he looks at me weird. He's like, what's the address? And I Googled it, got the address. He lets me in, doesn't check shit. Doesn't even check my ID. Then we go to our gate, and I got the blue check mark, and I'm like, hello? And she's like, yes? I'm like, I'm here to see Gloria Stefan. She's like, who are you? I was like, hold on, I got my ID. And I put the verification up to the camera. I was like, I'm verified. I was told when you're verified, you just come and meet celebrities.
Yeah.
Fucking gate opens like the gates to heaven. So, I'm like,
bro, how many views does this have? This has to be like one of your...
I just posted it on TikTok like 5 days ago. It's at 1.1 million. It hit the For You page and it blew up. So, but it did okay numbers. It didn't do that great then. It's because of fucking TikTok. So they let us in the gate and nothing happened. The housekeeper like kicked us out and that was it. But yeah.
Wow, you didn't meet her?
I didn't meet her, and I tried to tag her in a bunch of shit to fuck. You know, there are some celebrities, like, they hear their name in something that blows up, they'll do something cool to follow up. So I'm like, yo, how sick would it be if Gloria Stefan invites me to her crib with her husband, we eat, and we joke around about it. She don't give a fuck.
Holy shit.
She didn't reach out. I sent her a DM, nothing.
Damn.
I was trying to kind of like not capitalize, but kind of move up. And,
you got to get celebrities to see your shit. Like, thank God, like the skit we did with Tonio, my boy has a Branson deal with 50 Cent's liquor.
Oh shit.
So we did was like, yo, let's pour the liquor in the beginning of the deal. In the skit, he does it.
Right.
Do the skit, we send it to 50, and 50 reposts it, and that's when it went super viral. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
Like,
yo,
so
I tried to get 50. So I talked about. Did you watch the TED Talk or no?
Yeah.
So there's a small part in the TED Talk where I was making a joke, and I was talking about being an entrepreneur, and I said,
the 50 quote.
Yeah, I said, and like the great modern day philosopher of our time, 50 Cent says, and I got his name on like a white dude's hair or whatever. I was like, slow dough is better than no dough for sure. You know, on his old album from like 2001, slow dough is better. And I tagged him, and then I hit him with DM. I was like, yo, I mentioned you in my TED Talk. Never checked it, you know. But in order to get someone of that stature's attention, it has to be tagged. They got to be tagged 100,000.
You know what you got to do? You got to find. You got to find the managers.
Right.
You got to send it to the managers.
Right.
That's what you got to do.
The first skit I ever did, my most horrible one, was about Cardi B, and I actually knew Cardi B's makeup artist, and I posted it, and that was at the time that Cardi B was really posting fan shit. Like, anytime someone does a skit about her, she would post it. I'm like, we're gonna get this. I said, yo, I need to tap a favor from you. Show this to Cardi B, please. So I get the message, yo, Cardi B just saw your video. And the girl that was in the video, I just wrote, I'm like, yo, we're about to be posted on Cardi B's fucking Instagram. Watch. She just saw it. She fucking cracked up. She thought it was hilarious, even though I thought it was fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Never posted it, never saw it, never said shit again. And I just posted it on TikTok, and it's like at like 3,000 views. Fuck it, it's over.
Damn,
it's over. No more Cardi B connection for me.
So we here. So social media is that company is your main baby right now?
That's
like
where
the main.
Yeah, that's where the money's coming in from. But I'm always expanding, trying to do different stuff. You know.
Yeah.
I just bought a crib. I'm trying to get into some real estate stuff. The social media stuff, helping people on publications. You know, I actually been able to help people get verified lately. All kinds of stuff. So that's where the money came in. Once Corona hit, you got to focus on what you can now. I know so many people that parlayed. From Black Violin, Kev. You ever heard of Black Violin, famous violinist group? That
sounds familiar.
Yeah, well, they were performing. Their shows were insane. They were getting ridiculous amounts of money per show. And Corona hit, they had to slow down. He went back to being a real estate agent, selling houses. You know what I mean? It's like a famous violinist who doesn't need to do this. You have to pivot, and you got to be smart. You know what I mean?
That's me, bro.
Yeah.
I do 20 clubs a month, you know, out of the 30 days. And it's crazy because my March was set up to be the biggest month of my career.
Fuck.
Financially, bro.
What'd you pivot to other than the podcast right when Corona hit and you had to make money?
This is the thing, bro. Thank God I live way below my means, and This apartment is paid for.
Oh, shit.
So I don't have any rent.
Smart
I just pay an association. I bought this from an old lady a long time ago, renovated it and shit. So that's paid for. And,
Smart as shit.
you know, little DJ private side hustles here and there, and put mad money in the stock market. You know, this Corona shit forced me to start the podcast. It forced me to start fucking with the stock market. I'm so mad I didn't do it more in my 20s. You know what I mean? Like,
me too. We're right in the same boat, bro.
You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna lie, I'm struggling with the pivot. I'm struggling with the pivot because I can get views easily, like I have a following easily, but as far as like, you know, I wish every like was worth $1, that'd be good, you know what I mean? But it's trying to find a way to monetize things, and
it's tricky.
The podcast right now is at the level where, you know, I got some emails, is at the level right now where I could make, you know, I might bleep this out, but I could make a month, which is whatever, it's good. Good, but I don't want to litter it with, it's only 3 months old, it's like my baby. I don't want to litter it with ads yet, you know. I want to build like a fan base first before I start. But yeah, man, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm just a DJ. I have so many people in nightlife because you know, Miami is a very, you know, hospitality market. Like a lot of people work in hospitality, bro. So when that goes in this market, like a lot of, you know, I know a lot of nightlife people. A lot of people are trying to figure it out, man. And yeah, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm still trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? Yeah. But things are opening up slowly but surely, and you know, we'll get to it.
Reminds me of the Social Network movie where he was like, when they created Facebook, he was like, they were like, yo, we need to make money, we need to monetize, and he's like, it's young, we don't know what it is yet, like your podcast. I don't know what it can be yet. It could be bigger. I don't want to turn people off right away. So hold off for a little bit and just see what happens. It'll blow up, man.
I come from radio to where they try to whore everything out with advertisers and ads, and you're ruining the experience for the listener, bro. Like, let them fall in love with you first. Then the ads that you do run, they trust you with the ads, you know, and you keep everything organic and natural to yourself, you know. But
yeah, it's like a music artist. Like, you sign to a label, put out that one hit that you don't like, let it fucking blow up, capture your audience, then hit it with all your personal tracks.
Exactly.
You know?
Or you go the other way and start doing songs with Ariana Grande now just for the money, but it doesn't, you're not making the music that connects. You see it, right? You see so many, you know, I don't want to say any names, but you see artists that have hits, like Billboard hits, but they don't have a fan base. They can't sell tickets, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I'll say, you know, probably bleep his name out too, but I'll say, like, Jason Derulo is the first person I could think of.
He's blowing the fuck up on TikTok.
TikTok is a different game. Yeah. But I'm saying before TikTok, like, he's someone who has Billboard top charting songs, and he can't sell out a tour for anything. You know what I mean? So it's like
crazy. One of my boys went through that. He had vocals on a hit record. He toured all around the UK, blew the fuck up. I mean, he did like, I don't know, 200 some odd cities, I think, made a ton of money. They wouldn't sign him because he didn't have a fan base or enough social media at that time. Imagine you have almost platinum record. You're touring 200 cities in the UK, and they won't sign you? He's on reality shows. They won't sign him simply because he didn't have a fan base. He didn't have that core base. Comes back to America and goes back to rapping over here.
Wow, man.
Fucking crazy,
That's
man.
nuts. How do you feel about the music game right now? Like you said, your album, you know, you had Mickey Fax and Chris Rivers. Yeah. That's Big Pun's son, right? For the people who don't know. Yeah. That's, you know, so I would, you're like me. Like, we have kind of the same, you know, taste.
I like good hip hop.
Right, exactly. So how do you feel about the climate now? It's just, it seems like social media has you know, plays a part in this, but it just seems like it's fast food. Like, the music is fast food. Let's just put it out, see what happens. If it doesn't work, put out a next song next week, see what happens. See, it's like, music is like a meme. A song is like a meme now. You know what I mean? Like, there's no time. Let's not take the time to cook it right, to garnish the food. And for me, sometimes it'll take me a month to make a whole song because I'm going to put saxophones, I'm going to mix it right, and I'm going to make sure I get goosebumps with it. But now
it's not like that.
It's not like that anymore, bro. Like,
I'm getting sad about hip hop a little bit because during the good time of hip hop, you know, you had the, you know, the Soldier Boys come in, you had this, and people were like, oh, garbage hip hop, oh, this garbage hip hop. But the real hip hop was always there. It was always the foundation. Like,
it led. That was they were the leaders. You always had the gimmicky songs. You know what I mean? Like,
and then people would talk shit like, nah, hip hop ain't that. Look, hip hop is what it is. But you always had the lyricists. You always had this. Now, it's not that anymore. Like, the lead is this bullshit. Like, this fucking, I don't even know what to call it anymore. It's not even mumble rap anymore. It's like a whole different thing of like offbeat rapping. I'm not gonna name no names, but like completely offbeat rapping. The songs are garbage, the lyrics are garbage, and I'm listening to it, and I've heard that stuff 10 years ago, but now this is what the younger generation think hip hop is. So if you say, what is hip hop to the younger generation, they're gonna name the most garbage rappers. I'm like, what about somebody with lyrics? Like that's not even there.
That took time because the thing is, like I said, it's fast food. These kids are making these songs. All these kids are not even writing anything down. Like the process is different. They just go in there. They make 8 songs a night. I can't even imagine going in one studio session and coming out with 8 songs. That just means you're going in, just throwing some shit together and mixing it, making sure it thumps, and just putting it out. You know what I mean? Like
it's crazy. And you ever see the comment under like you could bleep it out, but like a little, I don't know what your thoughts are, but like Little Uzi Vert. You know what I mean? Like you see the comments like, yo, he's the illest lyricist, and I'm like, huh? Like, do you? I'm not saying he's a bad artist or anything, but like, do you know what real lyrics are? Do you know what lyricism is? It's like, it's not Uzi Vert. You know what I'm saying? That's not, and I'm not hating him. He's an entertainer. I think he's a good dude, but like, that's not, you know, and I'm not saying that's not hip hop because there's different forms of hip hop, but the lyrical dope shit, these young kids don't understand what it is anymore.
It's like they're used to the fast food, so it's like if you put Prime 112 in front of them, like they don't even know they don't even know that it's Prime 1. You know what I mean?
They fucking hate it. Like they're like, oh, I don't know, too much lyrics, too much thinking. I'm like, but that's what hip hop is.
Right, but that's the problem, is that these kids don't really want to think. They just want to feel good. Yeah. You know what I mean? And
fucking makes me sad, bro.
And what's even worse is that these kids are all, this generation is all on downers. So like they're all half asleep making these songs anyway. So like it's just about, you know, their voice is just another instrument on a beat really now. So you know, that's how people are listening to it. It's almost like blues. It just feels good. It's like the melodies are dope. They know how to put together melodies, but they're just gonna and just it's gonna be nothing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Man, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
The melodies are dope. I've heard some dope ass shit, and I'm like, whoa. Put a Royce the 5'9" on there, or put a fucking
You got to think of it
as
just a beat with no lyrics on it, and just the vocal that you hear is just another instrument on the beat. That's how you have to listen to the song. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy, bro. Because
it kills me, bro.
Yeah, man, it's nuts.
Fucking mumble rap. Get the fuck out
bro.
of here.
What are your let's say your top 5 all time.
Oh man. Okay. Top 5 all time. So Big Pun's always my number 1.
Are you Puerto Rican?
No. I'm just a
white,
like so long story short, my real last name, not Breach, is of German origin. My family is Jewish, but I have my own religious beliefs. You know what I mean? I have family that was killed in the Holocaust, so I'm along that line, but I consider myself American, but who the fuck, you know. But when I say I'm American, someone's like, you gotta be from somewhere. I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking American.
Okay. Well, usually people wouldn't put Big Pun in their number 1. But I can't be mad at him being in anywhere in your top 5, so there's nothing wrong with that.
Pun to me, Big L. I fucking love Big L, man, before he passed. Pun, Big L, I would say, I'm gonna be cliche and say Tupac and Biggie. To me, like whether his albums fell off or not, I have to put M in there, because when I smoke and I listen to Eminem, even the garbage tracks, I still get blown away. Yeah. Like it still blows me the fuck away. Royce the 5'9" to me is top.
It's technically perfect.
Yeah.
It's technically like the
bro.
If you look at rap as a sport and like putting words together, technically they're performing the sport perfectly, like syllables, and if you want to get geeky about it, you know, it's literally technically perfect. But so Eminem, Royce the 5'9".
M, Royce, Pun, who did I say? Did I have a 4? I think I have 4, right?
Big L,
and then let's throw somebody new in there. Like it kind of lately goes back and forth with me. It's been like the Cole and the Kendrick, you know what I mean? Even though they still feel too new to me to say that.
No, what's crazy is that they're OGs.
I know, that's what's crazy.
OGs.
I feel like it's recent they just came out, but they've been in the game for a minute now.
Bro, they came out 08, 09. So what, 12 years ago already? Time is moving crazy, bro.
I know. I don't even know what's going on with time anymore. I can't calculate it. I can't slow it down. It just keeps going. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And lately, who I've been bumping heavy is what's his name? Joyner Lucas. I've been bumping heavy. Okay. His last album, I fucking loved it.
He's like he reminds me of an M.
Yeah.
He's influenced by M. His
crazy.
What is that song? He has the song with Ashanti. He led with his single. That and he literally took the same format as that Eminem song, Falling Slowly. It's pretty dope.
Not sure which one that is, but I know the one that blew him up was the racist. I'm not a racist.
Right. Yeah. That was the two perspectives. That's one thing I do miss, like storytelling music. People that wrote stories.
That's why I like it. Did you see the Will Smith video he did? So he did a video, it's called The Power of Will, I believe. The video is so dope. He's talking about how Will Smith's his idol, and it blows up on social media, and then Will Smith hops on the remix. Like, he's talking about You're My Idol. He does a whole video showing him as a bad boy, showing him Bad Boy's Pursuit of Happiness. Like, he's dressed as Will Smith, going through phases of Will Smith's career.
Wow.
And then Will Smith jumps on it. I mean, you have to be... He literally posted on social media, like, I can't fucking believe this. Like, my idol just jumped on a track with me. This is fucking crazy.
That's nuts.
You know what I mean? So that's the power of social media. He's smart. He leveraged that. He knew when he put $100,000 into this Will Smith video, because they did it real smooth. It may be less than that, but he put a lot of money into it. It was so smooth. I'm like, what a fucking dope video. I knew Will Smith was going to touch it. I knew it. And this is the power of social media. That's why fucking, social media has its cons, but the fucking power of social media is just so profound and amazing.
When else could a regular person, I mean, obviously Jordan Lucas is not regular, but like me and you could, if our shit is big enough, Will Smith will see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I always think about, like, imagine if our parents had, like, social media, and like my mom could DM Prince. You know what I mean? Like these women could DM Trey Songz or DM whoever they want, and they'll get a response, and like, oh, now 3 days later, I'm in Trey Songz' apartment. You know what I mean? Like, now, like, imagine, bro, if our parents could fucking DM,
my dad would have been a hippie trying to fucking DM John Lennon, smoking weed. Imagine our parents had cameras where we can see the shit.
Sounds
that
like a
they
skit.
did.
Why does this sound like kind of like a skit to me?
Yeah, it's a good one. I got so
if
many
our parents had social media, like, how it would have been?
Yo, that's a great one. Actually, I don't recall anyone shot that kind of skit yet. If our parents had social media,
like our mom DMing Elvis,
I always wanted to do a skit about if the movie stuff happened in real life. Like, you ever watch Breaking Bad?
Yeah, or I didn't finish it.
Any crime show, like, he goes and murders someone and walks off, and it's like the most amazing scene. No cameras, nothing caught it, but fuck in reality, there's 18 cameras. He would have been in jail within 24 hours. But it's like to show what really would have happened in a scenario where you break into someone's house and murder them. It would be a Ring doorbell, catching hilarious. His face. He goes to jail the next day.
So hard to be a criminal now, man.
It's fucking impossible.
That's why I get jealous when I watch like Cocaine Cowboys of Miami in the 80s, and bro, I would have easily been moving mad kilos on a boat, bro. You just pull up with a boat with cocaine and with millions of dollars.
Right there, fucking. I seen Cocaine Cowboys 1, 2, one with Griselda Blanco. I personally believe, and I truly believe in my heart. You ever watch Boardwalk Empire on HBO? It's one of my favorite shows. Okay. It's all about the gangster era, real characters: Nucky Thompson, Al Capone, Meyer Lansky, all those guys, and I truly believe in my heart I was born in that era, because I hear music from the show and they only use 1920 shows. Like Peaky Blinders is from that era, but they use modern music. Peaky Blinders is another gangster show.
No, I know that one.
But, okay, so Boardwalk Empire, they use only music from the 20s. I remember watching that show and I would get nostalgic. And you only get nostalgic over shit that you've been through.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm getting nostalgic and I'm like feeling a certain kind of way and sentimental over a specific song. I'm like, fuck are you doing? Like, you never even heard the song. This is from the 20s.
Right.
And I truly believe I would have been a heavy gangster in that time, and I would have fucking profited and done well in Prohibition. But instead I'm here in the 2000s plugging away.
On TikTok.
On fucking TikTok. Fucking TikTok. Bro. Man, I'd rather be fucking driving around with Tommy Gun. I'm kidding, guys. Yeah. Don't emulate me.
No, for real. Or the women that you could crack a joke and then they could crack a joke on top of your joke. You know what I mean? And there's like, chemistry in that sense. It's hard to find.
Oh, it's hard to find. When you can go down a rabbit hole with a girl, it's amazing. I was on this other podcast called the Adulting Podcast, and they were asking me like, so was it hard to find a girl in South Florida? And I have this whole fucking chart in my head.
Wow,
like,
tell me this, because I have my opinions as well.
Yeah. So these numbers are not accurate. And ladies, if you hear this applies to men as well. So it's not just women. So basically it's like this. Let's just take the number 200,000. So you go out there in the world in South Florida, you're a guy in South Florida, and there are 200,000 women that are available to you, right? That you could possibly date. Now you start breaking down the numbers, because we live in fucking South Florida. And this also applies to LA, New York. So 100,000 are taken, gone, boom. You're down to, literally out of 200,000, 100,000 are taken.
Okay. I'm rolling so far. I'm rolling.
Then let's break that down. Then you have in the world of South Florida, let's say you don't want to date a girl with kids, which may be tricky, but let's say you don't. Let's say you're a guy that you dated girls with kids, you're over it, you want to date a girl that doesn't have a kid. 50,000 or more has kids. Now you're down to 50,000. Now let's break it down if you're looking for a wifey, like it depends on what you're looking for. When I'm single, I don't care if you have kids. I don't give a fuck if you strip. I don't give a fuck if you have an OnlyFans. We're just having fun. It's fun. But if I'm looking for a specific wifey, then it's different. Now, South Florida, a lot of people do drugs. Smoke weed, it's cool. I don't give a fuck. But a lot of people do drugs in South Florida. So let's just say another half of that, and you keep breaking it down by halves.
Right.
So now you're at 25,000. You don't want to mess with these girls that do drugs, and then you have let's say you've dated girls in the nightlife. Cool. But you don't want to do it anymore. You don't want a girl that stays till 6 a.m. with 8,000 dudes hitting on her all night. Now you're down to like 17,000. Now you keep breaking down the fucking numbers with things that aren't in your repertoire and what you want. You're literally at like 20 left in the entire fucking city. There's 20 now. How do you fucking find those 20? It ain't easy. You have to go on social media. You got to do this. And now what we were just talking about the mentality and going down rabbit holes, you don't know if they have the same mentality as you. So now you got, let's say out of those 20, you find 10 of them. And let's say you go on 10 dates. 5 of those dates, they don't have the same mentality. They don't have the same drive, the entrepreneur spirit. Now you got 5 left. Now there's 5 girls possibly with the same mentality.
Out of the 200,000.
Out of 200,000 that maybe don't do drugs, don't have kids. Nothing wrong with having kids, ladies.
Right.
But
nothing wrong with doing drugs either. We're not judging you.
Yeah, no one's judging you. I'm just saying when you're ready for that relationship and you're over the bullshit of things you've experienced in the past, that's it. And then you got 3. And then, you get to know the girl. And then in 3 months, she's the most amazing girl on earth. But then you found out she murdered 3 people. And then there's 1 left.
Right.
How the fuck do you find that one? It's like finding a needle in a haystack. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's my crazy concoction of my thoughts about dating in South Florida. It is tricky as shit down here.
It's tough.
And the thing about South Florida, I love South Florida. I grew up here. I love it. But I've seen people come from like Midwest states that are wholesome girls and like never seen a club before in their life. And when they get to South Florida, they get sucked into the South Florida vacuum, I call it. Yep. And that is the nightlife, drugs, showing off, fucking with bouncers or club owners and dealing
superficial
bullshit. Dudes that want to find girls to spend money on.
Because over here they're able to see the finer things. In the Midwest, you're not going to see yachts. You're not going, I want to be this girl on the yacht.
Right.
Why can't this be me? Like they're living life to the max.
Exactly. And then and not saying it's compromising your morals, but then sometimes you'll have a dude like, oh, that girl's fine as fuck. I don't want a relationship. Let me throw 10 grand at her, take her here, take her there, and see if she bites. And not all of them bite, but some fucking bite. Yeah. And I don't want the girl that bites. You know what I mean? I want a girl that's like, fuck you. I'm an entrepreneur. I do my own shit.
I get it
myself, and I love that shit.
Oh, they exist. It's so hard to find.
It's hard to find.
Here, it's so hard, but it is good.
It's tricky. I want to be with a girl that when we fucking team up, we are like a super couple. She knows I'm an entrepreneur. I know she's an entrepreneur. She's going to help me in my endeavors. I'm going to help her ass in her endeavors, and we blow up like fucking Superman and Lois Lane. That's what I want to find.
Facts.
And it's tricky as fuck to find in South Florida.
Yeah.
I love this place to death, and I've dated amazing girls, and I've dated not so amazing girls, but if you could find a girl nowadays that will help you get to where you want to be, and girls want to find men that are stable, get stable, but have a girl elevate you, and then when you get in her life, make sure she's where she wants to be, then you elevate her, and that's the point.
Right. And it's hard too, because the thing is, over here is beauty is common. Yeah. Like there's so many beautiful women here. It's
a dime a dozen. You know what I'm saying?
Like and the thing is it's someone who's in nightlife, who works in nightlife. You see the most beautiful women, but they're just it's so sad to see these beautiful women that have no brain. They're bobas, bro. They have nothing to talk about. They have no wit. They have nothing going on. Right. But they're beautiful. Right. Like, you know what I mean? Like. You're right. It's tricky,
and a lot of men want trophies. Like a lot of men don't give a fuck if a girl is just pretty with no brains. You know what I mean? Yeah. They'll go after it, and it's easy. Money talks these days. Literally, there was actually a show on TV called Money Talks. It's the absolute truth. But And
I have another theory, another epiphany that I had.
What's the theory?
So the new I would say 25 and under.
Right.
These women, the 25 and under women, I would say even 26 are for us, because I believe these new men that are 26, they don't know how to speak.
Girls tell me that all the time.
I've had multiple women say
they'll never date a guy that's 25, 26, 27. They want 30 and up.
It's like I would assume we're around the same age. Yeah. But
I'm 78.
You say what?
I'm 78.
78.
I'm just fucking around.
I was.
I should have said, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm 88. But anyway.
Yeah.
Damn, where was I going with that? So yeah, like all these new dudes, they're unable to hold a conversation. Facts. They're unable to make them like they're awkward.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when women, those women get around people like us who are able to make them laugh and hold a conversation and make plans. Like I've had so many of these women say
they want you to make the plan.
These new dudes are like, so what do you want to do?
Exactly.
Like they don't know how to lead. They're like they have a lot of femininity in them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like these new dudes. So that's another thing why I'm not in a rush. I haven't been in a rush more in my life because...
Me too.
You know?
Yeah.
How many DMs you get a day, man? It's crazy out there, bro.
Yo, that blue check mark, you know what I'm saying?
It's, bro, yeah. Women, it's so superficial, but there's women who literally sleep with you because only you have a blue check.
I was hanging with a girl that literally started telling people, and we only chilled like one time. She started fucking telling people that... oh, Brian Breach is helping me with my career. I'm like, what? I didn't say anything. First of all, I'm trying to help myself with my career. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm making money, but those 100-some-odd-thousand followers doesn't mean I just got 100,000 sitting around in a fucking cash box. Well, maybe at some point I did, but you know, she starts telling people this, and I'm like, just because I got a blue check mark, you're telling people I'm gonna go out and help you with your career. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. The second I hear that kind of shit, like, I will spend money on a girl, no doubt, any day of the week if she's not after it. If I voluntarily want to spend the money on her, it makes me want to do it.
Exactly.
You know? And when the girl, like, I don't let girls pay for dinner if we go out on a date, but when she offers, that shit makes me like, oh, fuck. Yeah. When I see her, when I see them not reach for anything, be like, let's split it. Even if she's doing it as a manipulation tool just to see what I'm gonna do, I'm almost okay with that. But if you just sit back and like take that fucking check and pay for it, and I look at you and I don't see you reaching, I don't see you doing that little reach, nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I want to see a girl make a slight bit of effort. I want to see a girl that if we move in together, look, should a dude pay the bills? Yeah, I guess. But I want to hear a girl say, look, baby, I know you say you're going to pay all the bills, but look, let me handle the electric and water. Let me pay you half the... I just want to hear something. Even if it's like, you know what? You told me that you want to pay all the bills, but let me get the food. Right. Let me pay for the food. If I hear that kind of shit out of a girl, I'm like, fucking love you, baby. Right. You're amazing.
Right. I don't like, I want to, you know what I do? I want to meet I haven't met her yet. I want to meet a woman who lives on her own.
You ever met a girl that lives on her own?
You know, and...
Fuck.
I mean, no, you know what? I know women who live with roommates.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, but a girl who just has her own apartment.
Right.
Or I want to meet a female who's a homeowner.
Facts.
A bachelorette who's a homeowner. I don't think I've ever met that.
Fuck.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I have either.
I'm a bachelor, I'm a homeowner. I know men who live by themselves. Maybe they're not homeowners, but, you know, like...
I don't think I have either, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Ladies, if you're a bachelorette and you're a homeowner...
Ladies.
Please, like, I want to highlight you. I want to have you on the podcast because... You're definitely interesting based off that.
Call in the show right now.
Yeah, facts.
Damn, yo, that's fucking crazy. But now that I'm thinking about it, I've had girls that lived on their own. I've had girls that live with their parents. You know, it depends on how independent they are. And what's weird is I've met girls that are like 23, 24, 25 that hold like incredible conversations that are more mature than girls that I've met that are like 33 sometimes.
Facts.
It's weird. You just never know. It really it depends on the environment they grew up in, or it depends on how much they've been through in life at a younger age. I almost rather a girl go through a lot of shit when she's younger. So when she gets to 23, 24, 25, she's like, I'm over that fucking shit.
She's not bright-eyed like, oh my God, a yacht.
Right.
Like, oh my God, a football player who has... From 1942, like I love a woman who's just not impressed.
Right.
Like,
one of the girls that I dated, she started late in life. She didn't do the clubbing thing when she was 21, 22, 23. She started doing it when she was like 28, 29, 30 and got sucked in. And I'm like, look, I'm not saying don't go clubbing, but you know, if you're with somebody, go with him or experience it together or so on and so forth. But when you're starting that clubbing life at 29, 30, 31, 32, that's a problem for me. I'm talking about wifey. If we're just hooking up, I don't, again, if we are hooking up, I do not, ladies, I don't give a fuck if you're stripping with an OnlyFans and you got to do throwing your money. It doesn't matter to me. But if I'm specifically looking for wifey, I am not dealing with that shit.
Yo, so all right, so I want to ask you a question, bro. How do the women that you're just hooking up with, what do you tell them? Like, how do you have this conversation with them? I could let you, you know,
I'm honest.
like,
that's what
me
it
too.
is.
I'm very, I guess we're both Scorpios. I'm very brash. You know, to me, I say that, and this is what I tell women that I deal with.
I bet it's going to be the same fucking thing that I say. Go.
I say a Kanye line. I say, you know, deception is the only felony. So like, as long as I don't lie to you, I could sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? Right. I feel like I haven't done nothing wrong to you. So if I'm feeling like this might happen, or I'm feeling like I want to be with someone else, or I'm feeling like I'm going to tell you. Right. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do is lie to you. You don't have to worry about that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I've had problems navigating with, you know, because it does seem like, you know, lately, you know, maybe the last 2 years, I jumped from 3 year fling. I'll call it a fling. I don't even call it a relationship. 3 years here, 2 months with this one, 3 months with this one, 2 months with this one, like little, and I call it, I guess, just dating people. You know, I don't like to, you know, deal with multiple women at one time.
Right.
But I would say that, you know, just my dating periods have been like fling, like, you know what I'm saying? So
me too. Lately, yeah.
Right.
I'm over it, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with, you know, a female and let her know that, look, do you tell her, are you, because I look at it like an interview, right? Like I look at it like we're dating, and then maybe a month into it, I'll know if she's wifey or not, or if this is just a date. You know, I don't know do you know off rip if you're going to go the wifey route, or you're going to just...
I know fairly quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I know fairly quick. But here's the thing. So when you're single, like, so I've been single for a while, and I know I don't want to be in a relationship right now. I just know it. I just have that feeling.
Right. And that has nothing to do with the women.
Yeah.
It's you.
Yeah, I'm super focused right now. I'm trying to get shit really fucking moving, and things are moving. But here's the thing. Even though you're single, you still want companionship. You still want to hang out with someone. You still want to have somebody in your presence. And I can't just allow anyone in my presence. Like, they still have to be... I don't want to say
some type of standard.
They have to meet. They have to meet a standard. So what I typically would say is, like, let's say I get into like a DM conversation with someone and we're super flirting, and I know there's a vibe there, and I know, like, they may think I want a relationship, but I know I don't. So I'll hit them with, and this isn't any kind of manipulation. This is real. This is what I believe. And I'm like, listen, so here's the situation. Like, I don't want to be in a relationship right now.
You say that off the DM, off the first conversation.
Well,
it's not like, let's meet out and have a drink first, and then you get that off. You get that off before even the first meetup.
It depends on how the conversation goes.
Got you.
If I feel like it's a cool vibe, but I could tell I don't want to wife that person, you know what I mean? Like, I've hanging out with a girl that she's super in the club scene. She's half naked in every time she goes out, and in every picture, and that's fine for some girls. But as wifey, I'm not going to do it.
Right.
But
you're fine. You're fine as shit.
Yeah. She's amazing. I still want to hang out.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, listen, I'm not looking for a relationship at the moment, but, you know, being that I'm single, I still love the company of someone that's amazing, that's sweet, that's caring. You know, I still want to vibe with someone, you know, if you're in that mindset. And I'd say 99% of the time, like, oh yeah, absolutely. You know, people will bounce off you what you're saying. Right. So because I said it, and I don't know if it's because they want to save face or they just still want to chill with me. They'll say something like, oh yeah, no, absolutely, I'm not looking for a relationship either, but I'd love to hang out with you.
Right.
And I've literally, like you said, you have those, I don't want to say flings or dating or whatever, for like a year and a half, 2 years sometimes.
I've done, I've literally,
many times.
I've done that. I had that for a year.
Right.
And I had a woman, you know, after a year, she broke down in tears on my couch and was like, yo, I have somebody that wants to take me out. Oof. And I'm like, yo, go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're welcome to go.
You said that.
Right. Yeah. Right. But it's just honest, because we're not together. I don't want my cake and eat it too. You know what I'm saying? Right. So how do you go about not doing relationship things with the person who you've told that you're not looking for a relationship? Because at the end of the day, bro, all women, you know, I'm sure you've had to deal with this too. All women are eventually going to catch feelings if there's a vibe, you know.
They always do.
Right.
And sometimes I do.
And they could front like they're not going to catch feelings. You know what I'm saying? But it almost always happens if you're hanging out for, once you hit that 1 month mark, right, she's gonna start feeling like, oh shit, he doesn't want to relate. You know what I mean? Right. So how do you navigate that? Once
I get in the pattern of, you know, come to my house and we start having, it's usually like a movie night. You know, it's typically like, there are girls that I've hung out with, you know, once every couple of weeks, and it's almost like we get to the point where we know what's up. But there are other girls that they do want to, you know, be taken to dinner every once in a while. So we'll do that, and then we'll go back and hang out at my house, you know. But there are situations where I'll tell them the honest truth. Like, I'm really not in the going out mindset right now. Like, I'll tell them 100% honest. I'm not in the going out mindset right now. You know, I just kind of want to stay low key. If you're down to stay low key, you know, hang out every once in a while, I would love to vibe with you. And 99% of the time, they're okay, because I don't know if it's me or they just love
the honesty,
or they love conversing with me, because I've always felt like I have the gift of gab. And when I talk to girls, like you said, girls are blown away when a man can speak.
Right.
Girls are blown away when you DM them with intelligent shit. Yeah. Right. Most of these dudes will send a fucking dick pic or be like, yo, what's up?
A fire emoji.
It's the fucking stupidest shit. Yeah. When I write girls, like if I choose to write a girl, it's been a while since I DM'd the girl out of nowhere. But when I choose to write a girl, I strategize in a clever way.
You're a Scorpio, dog. Yeah. I'm the same way, bro. Right. It's like writing bars. It's like writing a verse. Like, how you gonna?
And it's not in a manipulating way at all. It's I'm gonna go to her page. I'm gonna see what her bio says. I'm gonna see what field she's in. I'm gonna see what she's doing. I'm gonna see if she's been to a specific club I've been to. And you have to hit them with something. This is all psychology and connecting. You got to hit them with something that they relate to. Like if I was just at this club, Astra, and they were just Astra, they just posted a picture, maybe I'll hit them with, yo, it's crazy, I was actually just there, did you see the crazy person running, but whatever. Or I'll see what they do in their bio, and if they're in the medical field, I'll come up with some clever, hey, did you take the NCLEX? You know what I mean? Like, what? How the fuck, Brian, do you know about the NCLEX? Right. And that's some medical test. I did that with some girl tried to catfish me a long time ago, and she was on some like, I'm a dentist, this and that, and I knew she was fake. I was like, call me. She said, I can't call you right now. And I was like, you're a dentist, right? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, so how was it when you took the NMcNAB test? I'm just making this up. The NMcNAB test. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you fucking lying catfishing bitch. I was like, if you were a real dentist, you would know what the NMcNAB test is. Yeah. You fucking catfish fuck. But yeah. When I see that show Catfish, I don't understand. Like, if someone doesn't call you within a couple week period of time or FaceTime you, they're a fucking catfish. End of show. Right. So anyway, that's a whole other subject.
Yeah, but there's so many guys out there, bro, that are just so catfishable. Like, bro, they're sending, and know what's crazy? They're sending these women money. That's why there's so many fake like women accounts. Like, I'm about to make a fake account of a bad bitch and just try to like ask these dudes for money, because it's like there's so and I
millions.
I say it all the time, but there's a stat that it's like the top 20% of men get 80% of the women.
Say that again. The
top 20% of men get 80% of the women.
Right. What's the top 20% of men in what way?
The top, whatever you would consider the alpha males, whether the top 20 most valuable men.
That's okay.
Get 80% of the women.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you're left with 80% of men that are just struggling to whether they have to use money, they have to overcompensate with certain things. They don't.
I actually feel bad for some like I don't like when I was a kid, growing up, I always felt like. Like when I'm like first grade, second grade, third grade, I always crushes on girls, and like I notice girls like me, but I never thought they like me. And then when you get to a certain age where you start getting confidence, you start noticing they like you. And I've always been lucky enough where girls did come in my direction, and I think about like, what if I didn't have the personality or the gift of gab, or I was able to like, would my life be like more sad? You know what I mean? Like if I got older and I knew all these years I couldn't pull into girls, like. It's cool to be able to attract the opposite sex. It makes you feel good sometimes. So I actually feel bad for some guys that don't have the right gift of gab. I wouldn't mind teaching courses on how to speak to women.
I've thought about that, bro. I've thought about that. But then
like Hitch, Will Smith and Hitch.
Facts. Or there's the pickup artists. There's guys who literally break the gloves, it. Yeah, they like break it down and shit. But there's, but some men don't have the gift of gab. But guess what? They know how to make money. And if, you want to impress women with your money, then every man of value has something that they use to get, you know what I mean? And I can't fault you, bro, if you want to, be on your yacht and try to, you know what I mean? Like,
you ever had like a lot of cash in your wallet and then you go to pay the bill and you're like, just let her see all the bills in the wallet shit. You never went that far?
No.
Yeah, I mean,
no. I lost my bro, I only had one physical. I mean, people know I'm a DJ, so a lot of times like and I'm sure you're the same way, is that you'd rather just get their Instagram so you could they could research you.
That's all
like,
I do.
And they could see he's a man of value. I'm not even going to get your phone number. Like, give me your Instagram.
I haven't gotten a phone number in like a decade. Yeah. It's always been Instagram. My boys actually make fun of me, but like, they're like, yo, you only get girls' Instagram. I was like, I get everyone's Instagram. Like, dudes got like when I don't exchange numbers anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like maybe after
through DM, let me get your number, and you know what I mean. And
like
I don't want to. And if you're sending me nudes, I don't want to just go through DM. Send me the nudes on the text.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Snapchat.
Yeah. Nah, I'm not with that timer. but and you're gonna see me snapshot this shot, fucking screenshot this shit. But
you could save it in Snapchat so it never goes away, by the way. So if somebody actually sends you a video in Snapchat and you hit save to snap, it'll save in the chat so it never disappears.
Who knew?
Yeah,
But I'm not. I'd rather. But that's the hand we're dealt. As like, you know, any man of value, I don't think is getting a phone number. He's like, take my Instagram, and then you could see what I do, and you could see me, and it's superficial in a sense, I guess, right? Because you're just seeing my highlights, but at least you get some insight to what I do, who I am, like.
And honestly, like, I don't see it as anything wrong. I love when somebody knows what I do and who I am in a sense before I start talking to them. Because here's the thing: you go to a club, right? And you're just to them, if they don't know you, if you're not famous, they don't know who you are. You're one of 8,000 dudes in the club that are hollering all fucking night long, and I hate that shit. I hate being rejected because I'm one out of 8,000 other dudes. There's another dude that's more muscular here. There's another dude who's better looking here. They don't know. So if I meet a girl and I'm like, hey, here's our Instagram, so and so forth. Hit me up tomorrow. I want them to do a little research on me, so it entices them a little bit more. I don't think anything's wrong with it. I don't think it's superficial. Same thing for me and a girl. If I go to a girl's page and I see she's an entrepreneur and doing great things, it's gonna make me want to reach out to her more than sitting in a club with 18 other thousand fine girls that I can pull right there.
Right.
So I think the Instagram thing helps. I don't think it's superficial. I love when people research me ahead of time and like they have a little bit of insight of what I do, and it gives you this little like boost of confidence. Look, the blue check mark, it is what it is. Like, people look at it as a positive, so I'm going to use every tool in this life to help me propel me forward in a non-negative way.
Use the hand you were dealt, bro.
There's a movie with Robert De Niro, and he was a famous cop in the movie, right? And he was talking to someone one day. He blew up off some kind of situation. His video went viral, and this is De Niro. And he told somebody, he's like, look, they look at me as a famous cop because of this that happened, and because of that, I'm going to use every ounce of that fame to crack other cases to get me ahead. And I thought about that when I watched the movie. I was like, he's fucking right. Like, why wouldn't you use
what you have to get what you want?
Yeah, like, exactly. You're not manipulating anyone. You're not lying. Like, you want to go to my page and believe that I have value. Wonderful. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's hang out.
Right.
Let's have a movie night.
Right. Bro, the movie night off the DM is wild, bro. But hey, Corona forced people to do that with the date game now. Like, couldn't just ask you, because for me it's like, let's go get a drink at the Hard Rock, let's get a drink at the bar, let's go here,
Right.
But I applaud you both for being able to do, hey, pull up to my crib, let's do the movie thing off the rip. Like,
some girls were actually, not for me, but like what I've heard, some girls were standoffish during the whole like Corona thing. Like, you want to have a movie night? You may have Corona. I'm not coming over.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
Like, all right. Let's watch a movie, wear a mask. All right, wear a fucking mask. Yeah.
A mask on the movie night is wild.
A mask on the movie night. That didn't say scientists say you're supposed to wear a mask and have sex. Like, get the fuck out of here. Shit? I'm not fucking wearing a mask while I have sex. If I catch Corona having sex, then I'm catching Corona having sex. It is what it is. If
that's how I gotta go out, then I'll go out like that, bro.
Look, I'm not one of those idiot kids that are like, oh, I'm partying on spring break. If I catch Corona. Look, if I could catch Corona during sex, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
It is what it is. I'm not out partying. I'm not endangering anyone. Hey, give me Corona.
Yeah.
Come over here.
We're here, man. Got the bro Brian Breach. Can you tell people where they can follow you on all your socials?
Yeah. MySpace, #1 platform. No. Follow me on Instagram. Check out my blue check mark. Kidding. Brian Breach on Instagram. And it's probably the main platform. Or TikTok these days, Brian Breach.
Damn, I have a question now.
What up?
Have you ever hooked up with a chick with a blue check mark?
Yes.
Okay.
Couple.
Yeah? Is that like... Bro, I think there's a dating app. I forgot the name of it.
I know what you're talking about. Like, is it the famous people one? It's called Raya.
You have to get it.
Is that it? Where you have to get referred by 2 other famous people?
Exactly, to get into it.
I know that because of the show Billions. That's the only way I knew. Okay. And I actually downloaded the app after I saw Billions. But you have to be referred by 2 other celebrities. But have I ever dated and hooked up with a girl with a check mark? Absolutely. Was it how many?
Did they was it dope? Was it a good vibe, or was it
great
like
vibe.
Great vibe? Did it exceed the check mark, or did it like let you down?
Yeah, no, it was actually it's like a mentality thing. It was kind of cool that we both had the check mark. It's almost like, damn, like it's a different, you both have a connection because being verified is a little thing. You know, it's so stupid. It's so stupid.
Yo, dude, be honest with me. Is there like a verified Illuminati that you guys have like meetings and shit?
No,
like
no such thing as that. But we do have groups for just influencers. Yeah,
really.
We do have little quiet pods and groups and stuff like that. But hooking up with a girl with a check mark, super vibe. And the thing with me is most people go on my social media and like you said, they see the highlight reel and they don't get to see like the real me. They don't know that I'm super fucking humble. They don't know that I'm like almost like a nerd in a sense. Like I love science. I look at the stars.
That's me.
Bro, it's crazy. Like I could sit here and look at this Buddha and we love talking about this shit for an hour. People, a lot of girls that I meet, they think that I'm just going to show up and be like, yo, what's up?
Yeah.
I'm Brian Breach. What the fuck? I'm not. I'm a nerd. You know what I'm saying? That's not how I am. So that was one of the things that I got from her was like, you are totally fucking different than I thought you were going to be.
Cool? She wasn't like a boba? Like
super cool. No, none of it. Like super cool. We went dancing one night, super vibe. And it was cool. And then we continued on for a while.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Check mark life.
Yo.
Verification life.
Man, Miami on the rocks. Casey Chopz got Brian Breach in here. You so do you go out to clubs at all? Are you a nightlife guy? Like
every once in a while I like to go. I stay away from it because the thing is I go out and I look around, I'm like, fuck am I celebrating? Like I want to get to where I want to be. I still got more to do.
Right.
But every once in a while, lately I'll go out. Like on a Halloween night, I'll go out. Mm-hmm. If it's a connecting event where I'm networking with someone big, I'll go out. Like the other day, I went out with a big businessman. Mm-hmm. We all went out, my boys. He brought some girls, and it was worth the night to me because I learned something.
Right. But and you were actually networking, like actually networking.
Oh, I network.
Right.
He broke down his whole business, how he did it, and like just that insight to me is invaluable. Right. So. Do I still like going out every once in a while with a girl, vibing? Yes, absolutely. But I can't do it like some of these people do it every day. Like it's their lifestyle. It's not me. You know what I mean? Like I want to be home. I'd rather sit home and make $5,000 in a night than waste $2,000 on bottles for what? You know what I'm saying? But we're social people. You know what I'm saying? Right. So every once in a while, I feel the need to like show up and network. But networking events are more important to me. Okay. I love when I was speaking around the country, the people I network with, I'm going to know forever. You know what I'm saying?
What are some of your favorite clubs? Like, if you do go out, what are your favorite places to go out?
My number one favorite club.
Give me like a club, and then give me something like low key where you would take a female.
Okay, so let me think. I'll tell you, it doesn't exist anymore. My number one favorite club in South Florida for probably a damn decade was Passions at the Hard Rock.
Okay, shout out to Sean and Greg. That's classic.
I loved it because you couldn't get bored because there was like 5 fucking rooms. You had the Spanish room on the right, you had the main floor, upstairs, back room,
hip hop room,
the middle, and then the far back. So when I'm bored, I'm like, I'm not bored no more. I'm going to the Spanish room. And it's like 5 different clubs in one. Now, Wynwood to me is pretty dope. I like going out to Wynwood because it's got that art vibe. I went to Astra the other night to chill. That was pretty dope. It was like an open format restaurant, but people are dancing and people are vibing. Some people wearing masks. That was pretty dope. But Wynwood to me, I really like. But low key to take a girl, it's tricky nowadays. Where do you go low key to take a girl? There's so many spots. I just don't know the name. I mean, you got Dirty Rabbit and Wynwood's pretty dope. I've been there a couple times.
Well, whether it's a lounge or whether it's a restaurant.
Yeah, there was. You know what I really like on Los Olas called.
Don't say Rocco's Tacos.
No, fuck that. It's up there.
Balcony.
Is it the Balcony?
It's right next to Rocco's Tacos. It has a balcony, like a upstairs bar.
That's dope. I've been there. No. What the fuck is it called? It's near the main part where Riverwalk used to be. It's like it's on the top floor. Yeah, it's not called the Balcony. It's called the. What the fuck?
I know what you're talking about, bro. I can't
it's like kind of upscale. Like there's plants everywhere. It's super. Oh my god, I've been there 100 times. I can't remember the fucking name.
Whatever. We don't want to shout them out anyway.
Fuck it.
They're not paying.
Fuck them.
Brian Breach, I appreciate you coming through, bro. We've done an hour and 30 minutes. Is there anything you want to promote? Anything you want to tell the people about that you got coming up?
Nah, man, let's just fucking pray I get the show America's Gone Viral on the air, and I'm going to make it happen, bro. Once I put my mind to something, I make shit happen. I'm the make shit happen guy.
That's good. Yeah. That's the way to do it. Hopefully 2021 is better. I can't wait for these elections to be over. What are people going to care about when the elections are over? Like, what is it? Like,
let's just hope the fucking crazy motherfuckers go the fuck away and stop talking about all this bullshit. And what are they going to care about? I don't even know. I think people need to get back to their fucking lives.
Facts.
Because I spent a lot of time arguing with people about the Trump shit and this shit and that shit, and I can't do it no more, man.
I think,
all right,
there it is. Brian Breach, my brother. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.